Hey, my friends, I can't keep this to myself anymore. I have to share this with you. And a revelation I received in my study time that I believe will be so impactful to you and couples. Every couple needs to hear this. Every married couple, every person interested in getting married one day, everybody looking for a good man or a good woman, you need to hear what I have to say. It's written in the Word that will change your life. And we'll just do something for you that'll be dynamic. And I promise you, if you pay close attention to this, you'll be married all the days of your life. And those of you that are going through marital problems and struggles, I want you to know God can fix it. But you need to interject Him inside your marriage. I want you to hear what I'm about to say. And just bear with me as we go through this message, okay? Now, in Genesis, when God created man, He created man and named him Adam. The word Adam means red earth. That's the definition of Adam. He actually didn't give him a name, Adam, until later when He called them Adam and Eve. Adam didn't have a name. He called him Adam because of red earth. The other Adam that He named him meant first man. So that's the first clue of what I'm going to tell you about couples. Okay, so man was created so complete, both male, female, and woman was inside man. He was so complete. So when God called him and formed him, called him Adam, He said red earth. He made one like him and called him red earth, or he, image of God, made from dirt. Then God went ahead and fashioned all the animals and brought every animal to Adam for Adam to name the animal based on their usage or availability or purpose. Very, very important. Purpose. So He named them according to their purpose, and God was looking for a helpmate for Adam, a helper for Adam. But out of all the animals, the Bible says that there was not one found worthy to be a helper to Adam, red earth. So what He did is He reached into Adam and He pulled woman out of Adam through the rib, sealed it up with flesh, and then He fashioned woman and brought woman over to Adam. Now, here's where it all begins to change. Watch this. So when Adam saw the woman, Adam makes a statement. This is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. This is why a man leaves mother and father, cleaves to his wife, and man becomes two. Here's what he says here. He calls the Eve, or not yet Eve yet, calls her woman. The word woman is Isha. Isha. I-S-H-A-H. Isha. Very important. And then he says, this is woman. He named Eve, named woman first. Then He said, this is why man, and that was the first time He gave Himself a definition. All this time before Eve ever existed, before Eve was taken out of Adam, He did not have a definition of Himself. He said, this is woman. He labeled her woman, Isha. Very important, Isha. And He says, this is why man. Now He defined Himself for the first time. He called Himself Ish. Ish. Word man, Ish. Woman, Isha. Labeled woman first, Isha. And then labeled Himself Ish. Here's what that means. He says, woman, Isha, it has been taken from me. I am now Ish. Ish-ah, the last two letters of Isha is the first name of God. What He used to bring a name to woman is woman carries the name of Adam or red earth or man, Ish, and the name of God, Ah. God's name is Hava. That's His real name. We put letters in it and say Yahweh. But His name is Yahweh, which is actually what breath, if you would write out what breath sounds like, That's the name of God. When God breathed the breath of life into Adam, he was putting his name inside Adam. Then God took woman out of Adam, and Adam named woman Isha, which means the woman shall carry the name of man and God together. Man has the name of man, God has the name of God, but the woman has the name of man and God. She is your connection between you and God, you and the supernatural. Woman, hear me now. This is why you think differently than we men. You have a different insight, a different intake. Mister, listen to me. The reason why you have a hard time communicating with your wife is because she's a supernatural creature and a natural creature. She has the ability to carry and produce life. She's the doorway that God uses from the supernatural to the natural to give birth to humanity. A woman is a special creation and spoken of by Adam, red earth, and you need to accept it and recognize the power that God has given you. God has given you with every woman that God has given, every man that God has ever received a woman. This is a woman. This is an Isha. This is a man with a God connection. And inside the woman, when conceived, when there's a conception, there's a blood covenant. There's no blood covenant in a man, only in a woman. There's something supernatural. The woman is a doorway between the supernatural and the natural. We need to hear this. This is a powerful force that we have with us. We're to treat her careful. We're to respect her. We're to reverence her. We're to love her. We're to embrace her. We're to nourish her. We're to provide for her. We're to do whatever. Why? Because she's our doorway from the supernatural to the natural to the supernatural. She's your helper. She's your paraclete. She's your agreeer. She's the one that will walk with you. She'll hear your trouble. She'll suffer your pain. She'll walk with you if you recognize how to communicate with her. It's the same with God. You can't scream at God. You can't yell at God. You can't disrespect God. You just have to love God. If you love the women that are in your life, that woman that is in your life, if you love her and only her and respect her, you watch what God will do for you. Now, it's sad to say, dear ladies, hear me, that many of you have been abused. There's no question about it. But in many cases, some of you have allowed yourself to be abused in your younger years. You've tantalized with sexual immoralities or infidelity, or you've participated in things that have caused you harm. Let your man heal you. Let him walk with you. Let him love on you. Let him protect you. But all of this will only come together if both of you come to church. And if you all participate in a God-fearing fellowship. And you get into the Word and you get to know who is man and who is God. Who is the creation and who is the creator. Who is the gifter and who is the recipient? Who is the giver and who is the receiver? You have to recognize that. And if you can understand this secret, when you say woman, you say Isha, you're speaking of a natural and a supernatural force that comes together. And when you are married to that woman, don't worry about anything else. Don't worry about troubles or problems or circumstances or situation. You just have to get into the Word and watch how God will build such a love with you and for you and along with you that'll be dynamic and it'll be life-changing. Don't miss this great opportunity. Marry that woman. Love that woman. Forgive that woman. Walk with that woman. Care for that woman. Work for that woman and do everything you can for that woman. Because there's not a greater power in your home, under the roof of your house, in your bed, in your car. Not a greater force from this planet than that woman that you have agreed to love all the days of your life. God will gift you with something so powerful. My friends, I hope you appreciated this. I want to see you Sunday. Come Sunday. And let us learn more about what God has for us. Hey, I'm Pastor Clark. I pastor Center Church, for those of you who do not know. Visit me at centerchurchfar.com. The word far is P-H-A-R-R. I have some more insight, words, and revelations that will be impactful and life-changing for you and your family. Now go take on the day. I love you.